Mike can screw off, to be honest. Screw that guy.
Why? Why?
He's a dirty, slimy Quan Chi player. Come on now.
I have a lot to say on this DaddydabKast.
Okay, we're done. And I am ending the stream right now. There you go.
Oh my God!
Oh, we're gonna say a lot of secrets now.
Yeah. I want MK12 to be. I want it to be beefed up. Like I want characters to. I want characters to have full move sets. Like I was thinking about it. I was like had some ideas with Raiden, right? I was like, okay, maybe I'll enjoy the game a little bit more because I'm not a huge enjoyer of MK11. And I went to the freaking customizable moves and shit. And I was like, oh yeah, I could do this. I could do like his staff slam, teleport, and the charge. Bro, teleports 2 slots. And I'm like, bro, this isn't even a base move? Are you fucking kidding me? It's one of his most iconic moves is the teleport. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, damn, I don't think I'll ever really be able to truly enjoy this game.
You know, now that you put it that way, like when I first started playing MK11, I would see someone playing it like with maybe like Garrus, and I'd be like, dude, he has a lot of tools, or like this guy has a lot of tools. So I'll try them, but slowly figure out. I'm like, wait a minute, this tool takes up like 2 slots, or like this one takes up like like a tool you thought was good, it's just like takes too much or something. So I'm like, damn it, like I thought it was maybe this character was OP, but he's actually not.
Yeah, and that is just like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like false advertisement, okay?
Yeah, you could say that.
I feel like Garrus had a lot of 2-slot moves, and his had he had a confliction with one of his. Like he couldn't have Sand Clone and Bed of Spikes for whatever reason. Like I guess they thought that'd be too OP. But like when I was using that in the casual playlist, since it wasn't banned for casual playlists, it was really fun to use. Like, don't get me wrong, like it was pretty cool. Like it might have been a little strong compared to other loadouts, but if everybody could just run what they want, like it would be an equal playing field for the most part. Like I know Nightwolf had some horrible moves for the most part, but it was still kind of lame that they like banned some combinations.
Yeah. Nightwolf does have some kind of cool shit too. It's
you know.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking, like, you know, since we have Franco right now, I was wondering. I think I've asked this before, but like, what was your like first competition, Franco? Like, how old were you when you first competed at a tournament?
If we're counting like locals as first tournaments, like not first major, it was a console combat. I know I was in 3rd grade, so whatever year that was,
Whoa.
it was for MK9, and I want to say it was before like any final patches were done, actually I think it was pre-patched because like I think the game was still getting patched. So maybe it was 2012, but I don't remember. I just remember that I used Raiden actually because I had a character crisis, and at the time I was a really young kid, so all I knew was combos. I didn't really know fundamentals that much, so I just did like what my brother told me, like, oh, if you're using Raiden, use these back 3 staggers, back 3-2 staggers, whatever. But it was console combat of I think it was 2012, because we didn't hear about tournaments, I don't think, until 2012.
Yeah, okay. Wow, dude. That is insane to hear that you were in 3rd grade when you went to your first tournament. Like, my first tournament, I was out of high school.
Fucking
like,
Franco.
I can't believe you were in 3rd grade fucking competing at tournaments, which for a kid, like, any tournament to me, even like, I remember when I was like in my teenage years, my first tournaments were just like at a friend's house, and we'd gather like 8 people together and have a tournament. And I would even get tournament nerves at those because I never experienced a tournament. So I thought, oh, this is a tournament. Like, we're testing our skills right now and seeing who's the best. But that wasn't even in 3rd grade. That was like I was in like middle school or high school. for you to say you're going to console combat at like that's pretty legit tournament, and you're in 3rd grade. That like, I can't imagine the emotions and like how overwhelming it must have all been.
Yeah, no, that's kind of nuts though.
I actually had the sad fate of running into Dave's and Freddy, and yeah, that was not fun. That was my first time experiencing zoning.
Damn. Well, it built. I think that built you into like what you are. Is like, oh, there's gonna be these guys that just annihilate me from far away, and you know, you became a strong player. I used to when you came to Yomi in 2015, you were only 14 years old, and that was crazy to me. I was like, damn, we have a 14-year-old kid here, and we're just like, you know, we were insane and just hella good at the game. And man, if I was, you were probably even 13, and if I was your age and I was at a facility that had like the best gamers, and I'm playing, dude, that must have been a crazy dream for you.
Dude, that was one of the most fun times ever. And like, I was super into the guide making things that John wanted us to do. Like, I was doing tours right away, and immediately when that game came out, I wanted to make a whole compilation of.
Yeah. Whoa,
I remember how excited Franco got when, because John.
My bad. My friend tried calling me. My bad.
The Yomi boss would talk about, oh, for every guide you guys make, like character-wise, he gave us like $100 or something like that. So Franco was on it. He was like, oh, I'm gonna make hella guides for all the characters.
Yeah, as a kid, I was like $100. Are you serious? And like, you know, I was on that, but it didn't really take off, sadly. I'm pretty sure he wanted it to go way further than it actually did. Like, I think he actually wanted to have a website set up for it and all that stuff. Yeah. Like, I think Slayer and my brother did like Kung Lao, but like didn't go much further than Kung Lao or something. Or somebody did Kung Jin in that group. I don't remember. But yeah. That was a really fun summer, man.
Yeah.
Like every podcast that Dabs had that mentioned the Yomi experiences and stuff, like the whole bunk bed situation, like the rooming and the talking, like as we're going to sleep, just talking tech and stuff, like that stuff was just crazy.
Yeah, it was ahead of its time, because like it's great. You have the most fun being somewhere like that with like-minded individuals that are like, oh, we're just talking about, even when we didn't play the game, we're going to sleep talking about, like, you know, oh, your Ferritor today, I can't believe you did that, and like, what's that on block, and just kind of helping each other out. And it's just, damn, we talked so much MK, it was crazy. It was nothing but talking MK, which is a dream come true because we loved MK.
Yeah, fucking Ferritor. Once Jason got those buffs, though, I know that was nice.
Yeah, those Jason buffs were super nice. And like Ferritor, like towards the end of the game's life, he was pretty good. Yeah, it took a while for him to get buffed to where he was.
Yeah, for sure. Man, thinking about it though, with MK12 like on the horizon, like there's just a lot of stuff from MK11 I don't want to see repeated. It's kind of I made this tweet before, but like the coolest thing is the coolest thing to me is just like the extras in MK11. Like what I mean by that is like, you know, the intros, the outros, you know, a couple wind poses here and there. Like Spawn has probably the coolest wind pose. He like walks backwards, he tilts his head, and he says something. He says some slick shit, and he has both his machine guns while he's walking back. Like, that stuff is great. That stuff I want to see return for sure. And obviously the visuals as well. But gameplay, I'm not a huge fan of the gameplay. It's not as exhilarating as previous MKs, and I feel like they really ran away from that.
I think it's just because first the meter, obviously the meter coming back. I think it shouldn't be like that anymore. Yeah. I think like for it to automatically come back that, which the one thing I applaud MK11 for doing, NRS for doing in MK11 is they took a lot of chances like, hey, let's make this innovative. Let's change it up a little bit. And the fact that they did a defensive meter, an offensive meter, it comes back automatically. A lot of different things with flawless blocking. Like,
Yeah.
I love the one thing I do love is that they had the last breath. Anything hype like that, where it's like, oh, you could actually use your meter to survive chip damage, and that causes hype moments, which I'm all about. So I liked that they took some chances, but a lot were people didn't like instead of breaker, they had the breakaway. Instead of meter coming back after when you do special moves or like chip someone out, they had where it just automatically comes back. Those were changes I'm like, I don't think a lot of people liked that. And hey, they could take it on the chin and learn from it and be like, well, now we know, and we'll go to this, or we'll do this instead, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think what you said with like spawns, like animations and stuff, like they keep doing really well with these animations and giving characters their own identity and what they're known for, like iconic stuff, like especially with the guest characters. Like, as much as I don't really care for most of the guest characters in MK11, like other than like Terminator, he's like the only one I actually care for. But
yeah, I like you a little bit more now, Voorhees.
Like, I don't care about RoboCop. I never even watched the RoboCop movie until after MK11. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But that's like an age group thing, you know. But
sure.
They give characters their identities really well, and it just gets better and better with the games. But yeah, like there was not enough tools. Like, they nerfed a lot of stuff going into the game, like combos. Like, the only game mechanic I really like is crushing blows, but I don't like how they were executed. Like, if that makes sense, because they do all the damage for you. Yeah. But I like the aspect of your resource management behind it. And if they didn't like do all the damage for you, and like you had to actually like say they just launched you for like a very minimal amount of damage, but since it's like a costly resource, like, you know, it's like a huge resource in a game with little combos, so like, yeah, you got to make it count and whatnot. Yeah. But like, it's like the only source of combos because they nerfed like the other stuff.
Yeah, it's just, I agree. It's, to me, I feel like it's just a little bit too over casual. Like, I know that like we're like literally the 1%. Obviously, like, we're not the ones that are giving them the bank. It's really the casuals. So I just felt like it was a little bit too over casual. But then I really try to be optimistic. I don't know why I do, but I really try to be optimistic about it, that they actually like did it, like they pulled it off. Like, all the other games were like really fun, crazy, fast, but like they toned it down to like, I don't know, to fit more of an aspect feel. There was a lot of complaints, people complaining about how broken their games are, etc. But, and I guess I give them props for that. It's like, wow, you guys did it, and you guys did it well, but I'm not a fan of it. Sorry, I'm out, you know. I gave it a shot. But
the crushing blows were something I did like, actually. Some people actually said they didn't, but I liked the crushing blow mechanic. I wouldn't mind if it came back. Like, maybe
I didn't like how they were a comeback mechanic. Like, you know, that was my issue with them, is they were a comeback mechanic that they just took. They did all the damage for you, like, without any like execution and like. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
What if for like the next MK, there was crushing blows, but they weren't for damage. It was more like they did different properties. Like, maybe it bounced characters, and so you. I would want a game like where MK is back to like crazy combos and stuff, and that's how you're gonna get your damage, by doing setups and crazy combos. But they're crushing blows in it, but they're not doing crazy damage anymore. It's more like setting something up, or like, you know, just popping somebody up and stuff. Because I did like Franco said, I did like the requirement of like it kind of unlocked something in your brain where you have to remember, okay, the stipulation of like, what I need to do to get this. Like with Terminator, you had to get a certain amount of grabs, right? And then the fourth grab, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of, that is a cool aspect where you're like, wait a minute, you're in the heat of battle and you're thinking, wait, how many grabs have I gotten? You know, and that's kind of a cool little mind game. That's one that I'm like, I did like.
Yeah.
And also flawless blocking was cool, but I believed they should at least make flawless blocking like an animation instead of just tapping block. Like it's actually like a parry animation where it looks cooler. It's not just blocking and you're plus more. Like I don't know, they should have digged a little deeper.
Yeah, I
with
agree.
the flawless block.
I feel that. Yeah, like you kind of like said another thing about like what I like about crushing blows is like you have to like get the requirement and stuff, which is kind of hard for some.
Yeah, some are fucking stupid. Sorry.
Yeah, some of the requirements you got to go on a whole side quest, which is like super dumb. Like some were just like unreasonably hard. Like I think some were just like block late, which is literally just based on luck at that point.
Yeah.
Or like rain kick, crushing blow is like impossible. Like who's gonna let you do a rain kick cancel into another rain kick like raw, like and you're supposed to land it like, you know.
That's true.
But yeah, if they didn't do like, I like the special effects that they have behind them, like you know, Scorpion's 434 launches on a crushing blow.
Yeah.
But again, it's a resource you have to manage, and you know, you only get one of it, so it's cool in that aspect. It's just like my main issue is like the ones that just do the raw, solid 30% damage with little effort, and you know, it would just be cool if like it didn't do the work for you, and like, you know.
That's the thing, like you said, they do the work for you, like the crushing blows. Like they look really great. They really do. They're very they could be a momentum change, like just that quick little.
Yeah, it's just like too comeback mechanic-y for me, in my opinion.
No, I feel
that's my main issue with them.
I feel you on that because like you could be doing all these things right, and then like 1 down 2 crushing blow, and it's like there you go, you're done.
Dude, I remember like you remember when Garrus was broken, like all you saw was crushing blows on the screen, like he did 2 or something.
Yeah.
Or like there was one local, I think, for One Life to Play that we were at, and I landed all the crushing blows, I think, or something. Like, you know, first comes judo chop, then I get a counter hit with the knee breaker one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I land the last one, and it's like 90% or something.
Bro.
And all it took was like 9 normals in total, like, you know, 3 strings or something, or 1 special and 2 strings.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, for real. And then on top of that, besides gears, like characters had crushing blow throws. It's already a 50-50. You know?
God, I hated getting hit by Devora's like 39% forward throw with those bugs. Like that, like I hated playing Honeybee in those situations, dude. Oh my God, so many times he's robbed me with that.
Yeah, bro.
And it's all because of a throw. Like I understand, like the mind game is like you can get down 2 crushing blows, but like the fact that you just did all that damage from 1 button, like, bro.
Yeah, I also feel like a lot of pressure isn't really true too. Like only some characters have it, like where they're like plus and you gotta respect it. Like maybe Kano, maybe like Kano's is really good, and a couple other characters, but I feel like a lot of their, I don't know, I just feel like stuff is like an illusion, a false advertisement on everything. It's funny. I seen like one of Maximilian's videos like a couple years ago. Or like when the game first dropped or something like that. Excuse me. Woo! Allergies. And dude, like he was pretty much saying the same things. Like it looks like in the trailers that like it looks like really fun and I can do these things, and then when I play the game, I can't do these things. There's something really holding it back, and I was like, damn, I felt that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want that to change. That's all.
There's like what you said with you said like plus frames weren't as prevalent in the game, like aside from like a few characters.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that was definitely a noticeable change. Like, I think like Jackie's 1-1 was like the only thing I could think of that was +2 or something like that. But like,
yeah,
there wasn't really much block pressure in the game, so like, it was just another aspect of fighting that was just taken from the game, like block pressure characters, you know, just another archetype that's just stripped from the game.
Yeah.
The minimal offense, or just toned down offense, I should say.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff too. Like they also had like, oh, I'll be right back.
What do you say?
He said he'll be right back, I guess. I don't know. I think his allergies are getting to him or something. But I mean, we could hold the floor for a second.
Yeah. Also,
wait, how do you feel about the pressure though? Like, or no, go on.
The pressure?
Yeah, never mind. I didn't know if you were gonna like stumble on like a topic or not, but I was giving you one in case you needed one.
Oh no, I was gonna say like I sometimes forgot like even the mechanic of like the short hop. The short hop, when I first heard of it, I almost thought like, wow, this could be something freaking hella good, because I thought also short hop you could do it forward, like you could do a shorter forward jump, and I thought that would be cool. Like there could be some negative to it, but that'd be cool. And not just neutral short hop, but forward short hopping would be pretty effective, because I like KOF has different forms of jumping. They have like super jump, hyper hop, you know, jump, short hop. Like there's a bunch of jumps in that game, and like I thought, oh, it was the first sign of like, oh, they're putting more movement in here, like not just jumping, but another form of jumping. Like I think that would be pretty cool. Like, but they just did neutral hop, which I didn't see much people using it to the extent of, like, I don't know, was it really that effective? Did you use it a lot, Franco?
I thought it was super gimmicky offline. Like, online you could probably get away with it. But yeah, offline I thought it was super gimmicky and super reactable, and like, there's no reason, in my opinion, to short hop. In my opinion, I think it's actually the least useful game mechanic in the game.
Yeah, only a couple characters that are really good at it. It's like Fujin and like Kodo Khan. Like theirs are like, because theirs come out like, I feel like theirs are more active, quicker. But other than that, like, it's still
they're
like,
all reactable.
Exactly,
like,
it's all a gimmick.
They're full combo punishable. Like if you block it, like I remember VGY tried short hopping me in tournament, and I think he only landed one because maybe it slipped up. But yeah, when I did block the short hop, he just got put in the corner for a full combo, and like I thought short hops are super useless, like really pointless, like worst mechanic in the game by, as far as like usefulness goes, like by far the worst mechanic in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, the only one that's really truly worth it is maybe Terminators, and that's on a read. But
yeah, that's a super read. Like that's one of those hard requirements, ain't it? It's like, don't you have to like short hop under a poke or something stupid?
Right, exactly. And that's if
like
you don't
you should be able to like you should be able to trigger it with like a throw punish or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Imagine like a short hop combo, like like you just did a launcher, and then you did like short hop. Even though that would never happen, because like the creativity is kind of less to none. I mean, you know, in that game. So
yeah, I always felt that like Terminator having the only crushing blow off of a short hop, like I felt like his should have been like, oh, if I read a command grab from like a Garrus player or something, like that should be a way of triggering it, or like cool, just a regular throw, like because that's like a time you would actually use it. But like the fact that you had to stop a crouching normal or whatever the requirement was, like, it was just so impractical.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's really good about it. Like you just brought up the point that I was gonna say. It's the only thing that's really good about it is like against like command grab moves. Because if like sometimes if you do like a full jump or a cross up, sometimes they'll recover in time, and then you'll just get flaws blocked and punished. So yeah, the short hop's super good for that. But other than that, yeah, it's like the least used. Besides, unless it's online, which we've been on the most time because of COVID and all that. But yeah, it's like you said, it's reactable offline for sure.
Yeah, I see people try to like bait with it, but like they'll do like, I don't know, like a maybe a poke on hit or something and like empty short hop into some shit. Like I'm just like, dude, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like it's so fake.
Yeah, it is hella fake. It's hella funny. It's goofy. It's like
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like unless it was just not executed right or something. I really feel like short hop shouldn't be like in NRS games. I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't executed well.
Yeah. No, I
feel like it's more of a Tekken thing or something.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm just nervous, to be honest. All this hype around MK12 and MK11 is just it could be great. Could have been great. But I don't know. I feel like the stuff people complain about, which technically it would be watered down. What I'm gonna say here is that like people complain about MKX, how like, oh, he's like -4 on block, he just EX launched me, blah blah, like this is stupid, I just got fucking overhead low to the corner and all the thing. And sorry, my son just woke up. But you know, and I'm thinking about like, dude, it's literally the same thing. Like someone's -4 in MK11, then they just flawless block up to you, now you're launched, and there you go. And then boom, you just woke up. And then boom, you just got down to crushing blow. Now you're dead. There you go.
Yeah, I really didn't like. I liked floss block as an idea, but yeah, that was another thing that just wasn't executed like good in my opinion, as far as like getting floss blocked out of like in those situations, like you said, on block. But being floss blocked on hit was so annoying too, man. Oh my god, like that was another thing. Like not to like keep bringing up Honeybee, but specifically like him and Biohazard were like really good at that, and I hated playing Honeybee for like I never really played Biohazard much in tournament, but
yeah,
I ran into Honeybee a lot, and that would always annoy the shit out of me, dude. I'm like, I would do down 1 on hit and then follow up with like 4-2 or stand 1 like normal, and he's just launching me, and I'm like, dude, like I can't even play the game traditionally. Like it's like I gotta do like all this extra stuff to bait his floss block attempt. Like I think the meta is like you crouch after like you land your poke and then you crouch because they're buffering like up 2, and usually they get like stand 2s whenever they buffer that stuff. So you gotta like walk forward maybe a little bit, crouch under, and then whiff punish. Like I don't know. I feel like if I land a poke, I should just be jailing into
Why you bullying
some
me?
pressure, you know?
yeah,
Just like a regular fighting game. Like I don't want to do all this weird stuff to like possibly not get launched. Like I don't know, it's just dumb.
yeah. No, I totally agree, 100%. And it's I don't know why I'm so optimistic about it. I've been let down, even though I don't totally really matter on the spectrum of like their games, but I feel like I just been let down since like the last patch of MKX. And Justice 2, I regret not like fully like loving, because I learned that the game was actually pretty not as bad as I used to complain about, but I don't think I'll ever for MK11 I don't think I'll ever go back on my word on you know, MK11 actually was a good game. No. I didn't really enjoy it. Didn't have a lot of fun. It did work out though. Had some cool memories, and you know, fucking Terminators in the game. Ridiculous. My favorite fictional character of all time. Probably the favorite person of all time, Arnold. But like, dude, it's the wrong game for them to be in there. Just hope they
yeah,
you know,
sad times for Spawn, man.
Spawn's ridiculous, man. Spawn's a character that I could just see being in MK. You know, just he could just do it. He could be an MK character.
I like Joker being in the game too. I thought like his brutal side that like was kind of censored in Injustice for, you know, for obvious reasons, like being rated T game, but like, you know, in the comics he's like super brutal and like does some crazy shit. So like, you know, being able to explore that route more with him and MK was really cool. But like
He paralyzed Batwoman.
Yeah, no, Joker
Right.
Joker was tight. I liked his design.
the
One mechanic that you guys didn't talk about that wasn't meant to be in the game was the whole mashing block, crouch block to like option select if
Oh, the
they
OS
grab
throws
you.
and shit.
Yeah, OS throws. Like I believe like when it comes down to the blueprint of a fighting game, you need the pure, strike, throw, block mix-up game, and I think that nullified that guessing game. It's like, oh, I don't have to guess if he's gonna grab me or strike me, because I could just mash this. Like, I hope that's not in the next game.
Yeah. No, I agree. Because I feel like it was very prominent in MK11. Because I feel like in the other games you can't really do that. I want to say, what is it? I had this thought on my head. What is it that why you couldn't really do that in other games? Like, it had to be a really super hard read and it wouldn't work all the time. I'm trying to remember.
What, like throw OSing?
Yeah, like I just don't feel like it was as prominent in previous NRS games. At least
Probably because there was less game mechanics that tied with the same inputs as throws, like up 2 and up 3, for example.
Yeah.
Those buttons can also be used for teching throws. So, if you're buffering floss, like if you're buffering those inputs for floss block, you're covering your throw tech options possibly too.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And both of you guys, how did you have your block button? Did you have it on R2 or R1?
Just traditional default settings, the right trigger, R2.
Oh, okay.
I know Tweety switched his the bumper though, because he said like it's slightly less travel time for the button or whatever, pretty much, because the trigger, you have to kind of push it down, whereas the button can just be pressed.
Yeah.
So like, I could see like the decision on that. I just felt like I was too conditioned to stay off of the trigger for the block button.
Yeah. That's actually pretty smart. That's pretty smart.
Actually, to go back on the the throw OSing conversation.
Oh yeah, of course.
I had a Meta.5 session with my student, like kind of talking about this actually.
Yeah.
He asked me what I prefer to throw with and tech throws with, and I'm like, I honestly don't know offhand, but if I had to like only choose one, like I'd probably say Injustice fashion, because like if you're the type of person that likes like OSs and like it's the mind games are as raw as possible, like with no like external like
50,
coverage, I guess.
Game.
Yeah, like I think Injustice does it well because like you see people get shimmied way more in Injustice than you do in MK, because the button to throw is also the same button used to tech.
Yeah.
So you can walk in someone's face maliciously and like oh, they look like they're gonna throw me. So like you have to use the throw button. You can't like do these OSs like you could in MK11.
Get a random down 2 crushing blow.
Yeah, and obviously if you throw out your throw button, worried about the grab, a lot of people would just jump over your throw to shimmy you. So like I felt like shimmies were way more prominent because they were more of a commitment to throw in Injustice. So like I guess like from a fundamental standpoint, I would prefer the throws in Injustice and like a throw button, and also teching with the same throw button. But like if you like the OS aspect of it, which I don't mind, but like it was kind of obnoxious in MK11 at times.
Yeah.
I don't mind that either. Like I think it's pretty cool that you could tech with multiple buttons on the controller, but and that matters too because there's forward and back throws, whereas in Justice it's just throws in general. But yeah, so like depending on I guess what you prefer, that's how I see it kinda. Like I do like the mind games of forward and back throws though, which Injustice doesn't have since it's just one singular button.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like I feel like we talked about that too on our last podcast. Like, dang, would we rather it be like just throw button to counter or keep the 50-50? Like, damn, like the 50-50 is like nostalgic, I guess, for MK. But I don't know. I never thought of it like that, really, to be honest. I never really thought of it like, swapping the options to either it just being a throw to counter. But yeah, it was scarier to throw in freaking Injustice. But then again, I don't know if that even equivalates to crushing blows. Like, damn, sometimes I'd be scared to throw on MK. I'll be like, bam, when I finally throw, down 2 crushing blow. Like, damn. That's nuts. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like I mean, there's only so much you could do in MK11. Like if you don't throw, like I'm scared to meaty in MK11. Like just with
Oh
pokes.
god, that shit is like the worst.
Because they get up with all the invincible frames from the ground. It's so hard not to like get mashed on wake up.
Yeah, bro. Like I remember videos. I would see people post videos. I had posted a couple too, but I think it was either Tom Brady or somebody posted a video, and someone was doing a meaty. And I think it was Cabal against Sub-Zero. I forgot what player put it out. But like his, I think he did like forward 4, and like his knee was literally going through Sub-Zero as he was up, and then he got punished. I was like, damn, like that would never happen in other games. But like I said, I feel like this game is meant to be how it is. Like I feel like they overly, casually watered it down. It does have good aspects. I mean, it does have good aspects. And people were like, yo, let's return to footsies. Let's do the footsies. I was like, is it really fun, though? Is it really, like, I mean, there's footsies in all their games, but I'm like, is it really fun to be a basic-ass bitch? Like, that's what you want to be, a basic bitch?
Man. I actually, so when you guys were talking about, like, MKX earlier, like how you said it's, like, the nerfs that they did in the final patch,
yeah.
I'm about to bring that up for a second and tie in something else. Cool. MKX was my favorite game probably up until that final patch, because the final patch nerfed like all those characters that I used to main, like have fun with, and overhauled a lot of characters. So like that turned me off. So I feel where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing it up too because MKX has my favorite like Oki system and like pokes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like you know how MK9's poke system, like the down 3s on block had like instant recovery on block, like they had no blocks done at all. It was very hard to react.
Right.
Like, some Cabal players would do like down 3 on block and the forward 4 regardless if you got hit or not.
Right.
Like,
they'd be like -7.
So yeah, it would happen so fast you wouldn't be able to counter poke on reaction.
Yeah.
Like that shit was annoying, and my brother does it to me like with his Cabal, and I'm like, God damn it, dude! Like you just did -7 to forward 4 fucking nomad dash. You fucking animal.
Fucking maniac.
Like, that stuff doesn't really happen in MKX because there's blocks done on the pokes. You can react in time to counter poke. And, like, the Oki system I like a lot in that game, too, because, like, if you try waking up buttons in MK9 4X, like, you're taking a huge risk.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like, it could pay off, but, like, it was harder to mess up your meaties in that game than it was not to. And MK11, I feel like it's the opposite.
Yeah, it was definitely a forbidden jutsu to do that shit in the past games, but now it's like go ahead. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to really fully think about it to be honest. On top of that, the one thing that
like
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, my bad. I was about to say, like, if you were playing against a stubborn player that only woke up buttons, like, you would be able to stop that and be like, all right, keep mashing buttons, dude. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm just going to meet you every time. Like, you punish, like, those mashers hard. And that's, like, a casual aspect that's in MK11 that isn't, that's, like, a casual aspect that's stopped easily in MKX than 11.
Yeah, and you can punish.
I feel like that's casual play.
No, you can punish them for it, too, in MK11, but, like, it's so good, they'll do it again. And you're like, bro, I swear, like.
Yeah, they won't get conditioned.
Exactly. It's too easy in a way. I mean, when I say stuff like that, I'm like, damn, I should be taking advantage of it then. But like, yeah, I do. But it's like literally like
it feels wrong.
It feels wrong. Not that it feels wrong, because I'll abuse that shit. But it's like it feels. Fuck. What was the word I was gonna say?
I don't like it personally. I don't like doing it. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But it's in the game. You gotta use it.
There's also like, besides waking up buttons, there's so many. There's roll. You got roll. You got wake up. Like, there's so many things for an offensive player to be scared of when you are pressing the advantage, that you're like, fuck, what do I do? And then, you don't want to hit a meaty because he's just gonna roll out the corner.
Right.
But then he wakes up and he pushes buttons. It's like, it's crazy how much of a maniac people could be on their wake up, and it's just hard to read because they got so many options.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing too is like these wake up options should have been in MKX, not MK11. That's how I see it. to match their offense, to match the offense of MKX. They should have had the defense to match it. But they did the total opposite and made MK11 less offensive heavy and more defensive heavy.
I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know if I like the amount of like different mechanics there are in MK11. Like there's like an abundance of game mechanics in that game. Like MKX didn't have too many. Like they just had run, block breaker, which should have been 1 bar, not 2 bars.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. And no stamina too.
And then,
come on, bro.
Yeah, and regular breakers. So like you had 2 breakers, two kinds of breakers and run, like and interactables if you count those. Like, I think like if you were to put MK11's mechanics in X, like yeah, it makes sense, but like I don't like all those different mechanics. Like I think it's just too much, like mechanics in general.
Yeah.
But like, I was about to say something else. Oh man, I hate when I forget my train of thought. But yeah, it's just, in my opinion, I think it's just too many mechanics. Like I think I'm worried that they're actually gonna like with the next game. I'm worried that they're gonna add like all these unnecessary mechanics, or like they're not gonna be good because like the last mechanics they've been introducing since like After X haven't been so good in my opinion. Like I don't like the air escape in Injustice 2. Meter and roll is cool, but like I didn't feel like it was necessary. But I don't hate it like I do air escape.
Yeah.
And then you have breakaway. Everybody really doesn't like breakaway.
Yeah.
Or AKA mistake away. Like you get it on accident a lot.
Yeah.
You have fatal blow, which that's another comeback mechanic. Crushing blows, fatal blows, wake up system, rolls. Another part of the wake up system. Like you have so many mechanics.
There's so many. What's the number one thing that really irks me in this game is, I'm sorry, Dragon, because Dragon was the one that was really complaining about it, and I feel like they did it because of Dragon. Dragon was always talking about the jump kicks. Like, oh, jump kicks, I can't anti-air, this and that, like this is dumb, blah blah blah, right? And like, do we have to do something about it? Jump kicks are too strong. And then boom, they nerfed it. It's like, okay, I did a jump kick. Now I'm frozen for like a frame and a half, maybe 2 frames. And then I can't press nothing in those 2 frames. Like, it's like when they nerfed Tanya and she did like a teleport punch. She couldn't move for a second. So you get to like poke her or do something, or you go on the offensive. It's like, damn, dude, like it creates another mash fest, and it teaches players bad habits as well. Like, you do a jump kick, they're like, oh yep, I get to poke. Like, he's +2, let me poke. Like, damn, bro, like that shit was a real it was a real turn off. And like, you couldn't cancel no more either after a jump kick on block. So I was like, bro, this shit's
that's another thing too. Like, people already bash NRS games as it is. Like, oh, you're not gonna get good fundamentals from MK, like learning like these games. Like, and I think that's like, for the most part, that's false. But like in MK11, I think that's kind of true. Like, not the dog, the MK11 community, or you like what you play. Like, I'm not, I just don't like the game, and like I think there are scrubby aspects in the game. But like, before MK11, I'm just like, damn, dude, people be roasting on our scene, like our scene's games, like they're like inferior. Like, they might not be as execution heavy, but they're just like every other fighting game. Like, there's fundamentals, and like I don't know why we're like treated like on like the lower side of things. Like,
I just think that's just that old head freaking Street Fighter community. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have you at our grassroots tournaments, but you're not gonna be on our main events really all the time. It's like, what?
Like, yeah, like our games are hyped, dude. Like, MKX pulled the amount of views that it did at Evo that one year. Like, shit, bro. Like, you're telling me that's not fun to watch?
Yeah, NRS games are they're hype. Like, they have even MK. I enjoy watching MK11. Believe it or not, I actually like. I will watch it. Like, at a tournament, I'll watch it. Like, I'll watch some people play. Like, I just playing it is just like, it's just not the same feeling as I get from watching it.
Come on over here. Come on, coward. I know.
But I don't know. That's just me. Is there anything you would like to see from MK11 to make a return, like for MK12?
I would be cool with crushing blows, but like they would have to like I said, overhaul them as far as like the damage output and the requirements. But like, I guess it'd be kind of weird in some cases because like let's just say that MK12 was a game that we wanted it to be like. Say there's combos again and there's like creativity and whatnot.
Yeah.
I guess crushing blows would kind of be like not redundant, but like, you know, if crushing blows pop up for a combo in a game that's already filled with combos, like I guess like it'd be kind of weird in a way. But like, as far as like, let's say instead of a crushing blow that pops up or something for a combo, like maybe you have like a projectile or something that normally does 7%, but like maybe the requirements like you've used this projectile this many times in a row or something and finally landed one, like it does like a little more damage or something, like something like that, I guess.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see them return though, in my opinion, like maybe not just for combo purposes, but like to make some of your some of your move pool or resources a little stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it has that mind game behind it too, with whether you want to use it or not. So, flawless blocking was kind of cool, but obviously the bad things were really bad about it. But the idea was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want breakers to return though. I know that wasn't in MK11, but I just want breakers back, man.
Like
I don't care if people say like there's no counterplay to them, which is like not true, but maybe not have them tied to meter though. Like that would be like the only thing that I could see needing to be changed is like them being connected to the meter system.
Yeah. Having like
just
this resetting neutral on a breaker type of stuff, how they used to.
Yeah, like MKX breakers were the best in my opinion because like other than the stamina situation, like breakers in that game were the best in my opinion because like you couldn't OTG off those breakers like you could in MK9.
I know, fucking MK9, bro.
Yeah, like you could break somebody and then just down 3 OTG them, like, you know, and then just go under pressure sometimes, like Johnny Cage players, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, since a lot of people gained a meter more than others in the game, like Molina always had breaker, it seemed like. I think what they could do, which it would take a lot of work, but if they spent all this work putting like effort into like the breaker system, like I thought like what if some characters gained meter more or less than other characters? Like I think it's general across the board, like I don't know how exactly it works mechanically or in the game's engine, but like, you know, you build so much bar based on your chip damage, I think, or something, with like a combination of special cancels, like because when you do a special move, you get meter, you know?
Yeah. No.
So like, say you have A-list Johnny or something, like he's a pressure character. Say he builds more bar than somebody that does like zoning or something, like because he's making you block, which inherently builds your bar. He's doing those special cancels with the knee cancels, like the shadow kick cancels.
Yeah.
And so you're building bar from your opponent blocking and all the special canceling. And if it's like too much or something, for example, maybe you can reduce his meter build a little bit. But like I said, with the game's engine and stuff, I don't know how, if it actually works directly behind like how much chip you do. Not sure, but some characters can maybe build less meter off of like special moves. Like, you know how they nerfed Batman's Batarang in Injustice 2, like the meter build on it?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they could do something like that, but with every character, like maybe Sinestro is in, or not Sinestro, but like an MK character, like maybe Sub-Zero builds less meter on this special move than like Scorpion does on this special move. Like,
yeah,
that'll be a lot of work, I know, but like just an idea of maybe how to balance breakers so like not some characters have them way more than others. And like, what if every character's breaker effect is different from others? Like, if you're a zoner, for example, like what if your breaker sends them like full screen, or because they're a powerful zoner, their breaker doesn't send them full screen or something, you know?
Yeah,
so
no,
like,
I agree. I agree.
Something like that. Like, I don't know, maybe that's a way you could balance breakers if they're too, like, general, I guess.
Speaking of like defensive options or like mechanics, I think there's time. I think it's really time to introduce a get off me move in MK. And I don't mean like, you know, if anything, I would really love like, I really love the push block, and they did bring that into MKX. But like you said earlier, costs you 2 bars and your whole stamina. Like, leave that shit out. So I would like to have like a get off me move, kind of something similar to like Dragon Ball Fighters. They have a reflect. Maybe like, and Mike said this earlier. He said like like he likes flawless block. It was one of you said it, like flawless block, but like maybe it could be something different, like an animation. I think that was Mike who said it. Instead of like instead of just blocking, like what if there should be some kind of get off me move, like you do like a reflect or like a flawless block type of thing, and like you can instantly like special cancel out of it or something to like counter or something, you know, or not really instant, but like something you could do to counter on the offensive, you know what I mean, like, or resets neutral real quick, like get off me real quick or something, you know, but it's a sick animation. I don't know.
I mean, I kind of I'm cool with like the push blocking kind of deal, like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I know in fighters, like I think it's like forward 3 or something to like do that pushback thing or whatever. I don't remember
back
what it's called.
back 3. But still, same
it's
shit.
back 3.
Same shit, yeah.
I do like games that have a breaker, but if you read that they're gonna break, you can blow them up for it. I think out of any game, possibly Guilty Gear does it the best, where it's like you could go with a full combo. But there's been godlike reads where they'll stop and the person breakers, but they're at disadvantage, so you can full punish them again. So it's almost like a reset. And I think that it was kind of displayed also in Injustice with the mechanic of like, you know, jump. Yeah, air escape, where if you read it, you can combo them again. I like those kind of breakers, but like not like Injustice where it's like it was kind of like a jump out. Guilty Gear, it was more like they just burst, like this crazy burst, and they have to fall down. Something like that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. Something that can make the game a little bit more hype, have some more hype moments.
Hype moments. That's what we want to hear.
We want more Evo. We want more Evo moments.
Exactly. When Ed Boon announces this game, I want him to be like, we just want to create hype moments for the viewers and the players. And then we go from there.
Yeah, because honestly, this could be their chance to like have a long-lived MK until their next game. Like, this is really their chance. I mean, it doesn't matter. People are gonna buy it regardless. Who gives a fuck, right? But this is like their chance to like their redemption arc, you know? Like, it's
sure.
Like Franco said earlier, like there's people who love MK, and I still support people who love MK11. But like I just feel like they need to be redeemed for their last game, like. I mean, people don't want to admit it, but, like, this is the most I've ever seen top players complain about a game, too. You know, before. Like, because they were complaining about the game. You had your Ninja Killers, your Rewinds, your Sonic Foxes. Like, people, like, bro, that many, you know what I mean? Like, these fools were tweeting out. So it's like, I feel like they need a redemption. The redemption arc. And honestly, if you're thinking about it, like, it's been 4 years, bro. Maybe it might be
it
5.
Has.
Like, it might be 5 years. Like, I hope they really are cooking something in the kitchen. Like, I hope they got something delicious and flavorful, because
they have to be. Dude, I would almost laugh, like, you know, when in Breaking Bad, when Walt finds out that, like, his money's gone, or there's been shows where, like, the person gets played so hard that you think they're gonna get hella mad, but they're so mad that they just start laughing. If we get like what we're thinking, like, should be a godlike game, right? Like, it's been almost 5 years, and it's announced, and when we play it, it's like even worse than MK11. At that point, I'm just gonna laugh like that, like almost like this is just comedy. Life's comedy now.
Bro, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I believe it could be maybe even better than MKX and MK9. That's a feat for all of us, just because I know nostalgia and we love MK9 and MKX. Like, those were just amazing games to us, like almost perfect. But
Yeah.
dude, if they could, if MK12 could be on par with those kind of style games, it would just make us so happy, right? Like, we'd be like, oh my god, movement is back, and great mechanics. They put great mechanics, maybe even a mechanic we're not even guessing, right? Like, what if they just put this new mechanic where we're like, oh my god, this was genius, and it makes the game more fun, more hype moments. We can only wait and see, right? But goddamn, they're making us wait for so long.
Bro,
I know this is the.
bro.
Oh, my fault. You go first.
No, my bad. I was gonna say, man, that fucking Walter White fucking Breaking Bad laugh. I felt that in my soul, bro. I felt it in my soul.
I gotta watch that show. I heard it was really good.
Bro, get on it.
Watch that.
What were you gonna say, Franco? My bad.
No, you're cool. You're cool. Like, not to beat a dead horse or anything. Like, we all feel how we do about MK11, but like, dude, like, this is the worst time to have this long of a wait, man. Like,
yeah,
I would rather be waiting on like the next game playing Injustice 2 or MKX. Like,
you're right.
This wait is so dreadful, dude. Like, they chose the worst time to have the biggest wait in my for my situation, since I don't like MK11.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Too long. It hurts a lot, especially for the people who don't enjoy MK11. Like, it's dragging. It's really dragging.
So yeah, my expectations and hopes for the next game to be good are like super high. Like, I hope the next game's good, because if it's not, then that's just gonna be 2 games straight of me not playing a game. And I'm just like, dude, I miss competing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all miss it.
Honestly, all they really need is 3 things: is fun over frustration, okay, music, and nostalgia. Like, everything else, we already know they're gonna knock out the ballpark. Animations, visuals, graphics, fatalities, whatever, brutalities. But those 3 things are really important. Music might be the most, well, besides the gameplay and fun over frustration, I think music is right up there. It's just as important. Like, it's just
outside the gameplay, music's definitely my first priority outside gameplay. Dude, the music's been lacking.
Hell yeah, dude. It has been.
We need some midway era music, like Deception music. Like, I could name so many good stage music in that game, like Chamber of Artifacts, Slaughterhouse, The Pit, Liu Kang's Tomb or whatever. Like, all those songs are just goated. Or even Armageddon soundtrack was good too. Like,
yeah, 100%. I just, fuck, dude.
Yin Yang Island, dude. Especially like the dark theme. Like, oh, dude, gives me chills thinking about it, dude. It's so good.
They could really pull it off, man. Will they pull it off?
Yeah, and imagine like the visuals on top of, like, if they had the good music. Like, imagine the visuals they could do for a stage like Yin Yang Island, like those snakes in the background and. Like, dude, like, their games look super nice, obviously, but like the potential is there for like a good looking game. But yeah, the music would help so much too.
Yeah, I think that's a really important aspect, and I really hope they take a look at it. And I see a lot of people talking about the 3D characters, and so was Ed Boon was also like talking about them too, and like his Ask Me stuff. Is there like some 3D characters that you'd really like to see, since you brought up like the Deadly Alliance and the Armageddon type of conversation with the stages and music and stuff? Or
How many characters do you want? Like, if I had like a wish list of characters, like, how many characters do you want? Like 10 or something?
I mean, honestly, like, it could be like your favorite ones or a couple. I think this one should definitely play homage to the 3D characters for sure. I feel like we should get more 3D characters in this one, 100%. It'll be a good switch up from like the same people pretty much, and then here's a couple new characters. Like,
who would you want, Mike? Like, who would you guys want? Like in the 3D era?
Man.
Like in general, I guess. Like.
Oh man, for sure. Like, well, I have a lot of nostalgia for Deadly Alliance because that was Deadly Alliance is the game to make me a super fan of Mortal Kombat. Before that, I was kind of just like I'll play MK. Like I maybe rented it at a store, but like when Deadly Alliance came out, the first day I played 20 hours. Like it was insane. I love the lore of it. I always say the 3D games is what really started the big storylines for Mortal Kombat, right? We learned that Noob Saibot is Sub-Zero's brother, and in Deception, and like all this crazy stuff. So I would love in Deadly Alliance, like I would love Draman back for sure. Mavado, obviously Deception, like Havoc and freaking, you know, like this is the thing too, though. And so I became more of a player that, how do I put this? Like I like the function of the character. Like Combo Fiend said, right, when he was trying to describe Marvel Infinite, he was like, I know all you guys want Magneto in the game, but it's really just a function, right? The characters are really just like a function of the moves and stuff. And blah, blah. Like in MK9, I played Cabal and I played Cyrax because I love those characters. They're like my favorite characters is like Quan Chi, Cabal, Cyrax, Shao Kahn's up there. Like I love those characters, but not lately. I would say like since after MK11, I became a player that like I don't care what character's in it. I'm more like give me good gameplay. Like I don't care, like because you could have Cabal in it, right? You could have my favorite character like Cyrax. So Cyrax is in it. And then my worst hated character of all time is Cobra. Like I hate Cobra. He has no function. Whatever. But what if MK12, Cobra's in it and he plays better than Cyrax? I would play Cobra. Like if I'm having more fun playing Cobra, I'll play him. I'm not gonna sit here and like play a character because of the lore or like, oh, I think he looks badass. I'm gonna play them because I'm like, I think playing this character will make me play this game for like the foreseeable future because I'm just having so much fun with him, even if I hate the character's lore. Like so that's how I'm gonna go. That's how I'm gonna go about it from now on. MK12. But yes, I would still love to see like Draman. It might be my number one pick just because like I don't feel he got enough credit. Just
Draman's
like
sick.
Yeah, I like Draman, even though he's basic, but he has a club for a hand. He has that mask style. Where,
That
like,
mask is tight.
It's cool. Like he could take it off, put it on, and he has two different fighting styles. Like he would be the only maybe like stance switch character. So I would like him. Maybe a type of character like you know how they had Ferritor, but I loved the Noob Smoke in Deception. How it was two main characters, right? That you played both of them. Maybe they shared the same health, but they were really fun. Noob and Smoke put together, like that was a cool concept. I liked that. But yeah, I guess out of the 3D characters, it'd probably be Draman and Havoc is just probably the number one requested character,
bro.
Because I would love, dude, in Deception, he was disgusting, like how he played. So to see him in these new games with the new graphics, like what the hell is he gonna do, like with his body, you know? And like how is he gonna contort it and dismember it? Like I'm excited about that.
Like dude. Thank you. Hold on. Thanks Avengers for the follow, dude. Imagine Havoc breaking his bones while he's breaking your bones, and like you're hearing the bones crunch, like, and like it does. If you guys seen I brought it up before, but I'm gonna relate this to something totally different. Marissa in Street Fighter 6, she has a move. You guys seen the some of the gameplay where she like charges her punch. And if it connects, she follows through with another punch, and like the camera comes like behind her, and it like zooms in, and it has like a cinematic kind of look in a way. It's like an action turn with the camera. I don't know if you guys seen that at all. Have you guys seen that with Marissa gameplay on Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, I watched all the gameplay, and yeah, they did have some sick camera angles.
Yes, I want like imagine him like doing a command grab and he like breaking his bones, contorting himself, while he's also contorting you, and you're hearing the bones crunch, and like the camera view is like the action angle is just coming through and it's moving in and out. Like that's some shit I want to see, and I know they can pull it off, man.
Yeah, I believe so too, and it's like, yeah, we'll see, man. It's just crazy that how we talked about MK12. Like, they haven't announced anything for it, right? Like, we know it's MK12 because obviously another leak has happened, and the guy on the phone or whatever. But thing is, like, Tekken and Street Fighter have given us so much like content, and MK is just, it's like, the dust cloud in the wind, or the hay in the wind or whatever. Like, it's just like we're just waiting, and we're like, what? Like, where could this possibly be? I hope whatever, like, they're making us wait so long, they better be the most hype, because like they're really, the anticipation is killing us.
Yeah, it's killing us, dude, 100%. And like, to answer your question too, Burrito, is I want to see. I never thought I would say this, but I want to see Ashura, and the one reason why I want to see Ashura is because, like, I guess she had a fatality, which I didn't know until recently. Specific. Ah, my fucking god! I cannot talk, my friend. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. She has a specific fatality where she uses a voodoo doll, and I'm like, dude, I pray to God that they fucking revamp her playstyle to revolve around, like, voodoo dolls and voodoo magic and shit. Like, how fucking amazing would that be, dude? Like, how amazing would that be?
Yeah, I would be down for that. I always thought she was kind of cool. Like, I liked her backstory a lot too, with the whole Netherrealm demon story and whatnot. My mind's kind of foggy on it because it's been a while, but yeah, she had a cool backstory from what I remember in the Deception days.
Dude, and like, yeah, I guess, like, supposedly, like, her sword, like, I guess it had, like, was like the spirits of the sword came to her and said that if she were to slay, like, the people, the evil people, or the evil souls and spirits or whatever, that her soul would become cleansed. So she, like, turned on Quan Chi or whatever. That's sick, dude. I like that. And yeah, I always thought she was just some fucking Raiden chick when I was younger, but obviously that was never the case. But yeah, I might have a really broken mind, but like, I'm like thinking, like, damn, imagine her like having a voodoo doll, like, zoning, like she's like stabbing a voodoo doll, and you gotta, like, block, like, that would be some fucked up shit. Give it to me.
Yeah, I think. What?
Oh, did I lose you?
Oh no, I thought I cut you off. My
No,
bad.
you know what? Cut me off. If you want to cut me off, bro. Trust me, it's all good. It's all good, dog. Hey, yo, what the fuck? I was about to say
the characters I would want to see, like, if we're talking just 3D era for sure, then dude, Onaga's the #1 for me. Dude's so badass, like, his story and stuff, and like, he would, like, I want him to play like Abigail as far as, like, his size and, like, the screen space he takes up.
You think they'll make him playable?
Dude, that would be sick if they did, but like, you know how they've been making more big body characters with these new NRS games? Like,
yeah,
Ferritor was like the first big body kinda, I guess, in the MK series. Like, that was actually, like, big.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they had Shiva in MK9, but she was just really tall. Like, she wasn't necessarily, like, swole and big, you know?
Right.
And they had the NPC, like Shao Kahn and Kentaro Goro, but like, you couldn't really play as them, like, as, like, official playable characters. Like, you only could in the challenge tower or whatever, or if you hacked them in. But like, you know, they've been making more big bodies as the games gone by, like, especially Injustice.
Yeah.
So I think they could definitely implement something like a character the size of Abigail, but like skinned as Onaga and has Onaga specials and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, and you know how in Marvel 3, like, they have all sorts of, like, variations of size of characters. Like, you could see what's that dude, like, that little red dude's name? His name is like Beautiful Joe or something stupid, or like that knight dude. Like, you could see them, yeah, Arthur. Like, you could see those little tiny dudes doing combos on, like, big ass Sentinel or something. You know, like, Like, so if they can implement like big characters, small characters like that. Not that I'm saying I want some small characters, because we obviously have female hitbox issues in our games, and like the hitbox and stuff with low profiling and all that stuff can be very annoying, and it stems from small hitboxes. But like, they could definitely make a big character is what I'm getting at, pretty much. And I think Onaga should definitely be that character.
Yeah,
And then
they definitely can. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I definitely want to see Draman though. I think he gets too much hate, and he'd be really cool too. And I would like to see some that club action. And like they implemented Hellboy and his gauntlet, like, because I remember with MK9, Freddy Krueger, they had to implement him with both hands having claws because of like they couldn't program it, I guess, at the time with their engine. But like over time they programmed Hellboy to have like one gauntlet hand, and they didn't have to like give him two gauntlets. So like they could do the same for Draman with the stuff they have now, the tools they have. I would love to see Havoc, and Hotaru I think would be cool because he's like a counterpart to Havoc. But I think one character like almost nobody brings up, Chameleon, dude. Chameleon would be dope. He'd be like the Triborg of the ninjas. He could have like a special move of like every ninja. Like, I always theory crafted like imagine an MKX like Chameleon was DLC, and he had like a variation where he had a special move of every ninja in the game. So like, imagine if he had like Hellfire Scorpion's like Hellfire move, like the Flame Aura, and like if he had Sub-Zero's Ice Clone and Reptile's like Force Balls or something or whatever, Tremor's OTG. Like, you basically like imagine if he was just like he had like every broken tool of the ninjas like as in one character. That'd be kind of like funny,
Yeah.
I think Ninja Frost would be cool too. I don't like Robot Frost at all, but I like Ninja Frost a lot in the 3D era. I don't like her new design though.
Yeah.
Those would be my characters though, probably like Onaga, Chameleon, specifically male Chameleon, just because there's more ninjas that he could like take after. Like, you have Noob, Smoke, Rain, Ermac, Tremor now. Like, so that's why I choose male Chameleon over the female Chameleon usually.
Would you have preferred it if Frost was like full on cyber ninja instead of like half woman, half freaking robot?
Nah, I prefer the old Frost. Like, I like how her hair was literal frost. Like, I thought that was pretty cool, and like the suit like that she wore back then, like in the older games, I just thought it like looked cooler. And like, outside of like aesthetics, I guess, like, I don't like her story purpose in MK11. Like, she's just another lackey for Chronica, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like gameplay aesthetics, I thought she was whatever. Like, sure, she's rolling her head on the ground as a bomb or whatever, but I don't know. I just thought it was like a huge change to a character that like wasn't that great in my opinion.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, those are my picks though. Onaga, Havoc, Hotaru, Chameleon, and like Meat would be cool in my opinion. Draman. Yeah, Draman too. He's like, that's like my top 5. Meat was like a joke character kinda.
Yeah, I really want. I'm like a huge. I would never ever consider this, but I'm a huge fucking fan of Blade, Wesley Snipes' Blade, to be exact. And I would really like him to be a guest character, but if that will like never happen, I would like to see Darius to be back, literally just to be Blade, even though I do not care about that character one bit. But that's just a fantasy I'm living in. We can move on from my fantasy right now.
One thing about Darius that was cool is his weapons, like the Tiger Claws or whatever they were called. I forgot what they were called.
Yeah.
I thought his weapons were cool. That's really it, though.
Yeah, that's it, though.
His in-game dialogue was kind of funny, too. Like, his gibberish, like he would say with his special moves.
Yeah, that shit was actually kind of funny. So I've seen a lot of people throughout the years ask for like tag, Is that something you guys think you guys can like? You can get jiggy with this shit, or what? You guys feel like you can get jiggy with it? Because I feel like they kind of put like the blueprint in their last two games, like with Injustice 2, you're doing like the multiverses to get gear, like you can do assists and stuff like that, and then like the Towers of Time, it's like a little bit more prominent with like assists. Like, is that something that you guys can like see happening, or you would like to see happening, or would you like to keep it like 1v1 type of stuff? Because I've been seeing people ask for it for years.
Yeah, it just dawned on me. I don't know if you guys have like a specific order and like who answers.
Just interrupt. We don't care.
Yeah, I just like I want to say something, but yeah, I don't want to cut somebody off by accident.
Cut me off, bro. I'm not gonna get saltier, man. I tell Michael that all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Just tell me to shut the fuck up.
Shit, I guess like as a core mechanic, like in the base game, I think I would prefer the base game to be like one-on-one, but I would be cool with tag as long as it's not like the way they do it in the towers. From what I remember, I haven't played towers in a while, but like I know like the assist button's usually like the right stick or something, and it's not like a full-on character like that you play as. You just have like an ability of theirs that you can use mid combo. Like Cyrax's net, I remember was really good that I used on the towers when getting like Garrus gear.
Yeah.
So like you could do like a combo, then Cyrax net for example or something. I don't know if that's how they would implement it if they did another tag thing, but like
yeah,
I was cool with MK9's tag. It was literally just two characters and on a team. Like yeah, it was broken, but obviously they probably didn't go into the game like thinking competitive was going to be based off tags, so you know it's whatever. But yeah. I guess I think I prefer MK9 style, but I would be okay with like their tower system of doing it, just maybe like a little more in depth than what it is.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Like MK9 style, but not as broken, little toned down.
Yeah, because like there was some obvious like synergy that was broken. Like characters had like those unblockable moves, like Ermac and Johnny had the unblockable. Like I think they were both back two inputs, and like if you fully charged them, they were unblockable. And characters had restands and whatnot.
Yeah. What about you, Mike? Would you like to see like a tag thing happening, or?
I wouldn't mind an announcement of that, just because at that point, like, what tag game isn't hype? You know what I mean? Like Dragon Ball Fighters and freaking Marvel vs. Capcom. Like when it comes to gameplay, usually a tag game isn't gonna fail in terms of like casual like spectacle, like, and playing it, because there's so much crazy stuff going on that
yeah,
at that point I don't see us saying oh, this game is like it'll be harder to say it's boring or something. Like it'll almost be impossible, just because I feel like with a tag, obviously two characters, there's more to lab, there's more offense to dissect and be like, oh shit, well now I gotta worry about all this. And I usually do like tag mechanic stuff, as in, one person dies, but you could still come back with your other character. So something like that would be cool. If I heard an announcement for that, I would be more reassured that, oh, okay, this game is going to be hella hyped. Instead of if they announced a single player game, I'll still be iffy of like, well, is it going to be like MK11? Is it going to be like, if it is tag, we know for sure it's unlike any Mortal Kombat or Injustice that in the past, so which, we'll see how it is. The number one thing is I want movement. That's what I want.
Movement, baby. We need that motherfucking movement.
I think the potential of tag could be like really cool though, because like how in Marvel, like you have three characters, like, but let's just say two for tag. Like if you do like you could pick the assist you want in the menu of Marvel or whatever, which is cool. Like, say you want Sub-Zero's ice ball, or you want him to throw an ice clone, you know, have him slide or something stupid. Like, so you could pick your assist or whatever. Like, I think the way Marvel does it is kind of cool. And like, you know how they have the super moves with the whole team, like, oh, let's get all the boys and do that super move, like, you know.
Yeah.
Depending on the characters in those games too, like the supers could have really good synergy. Like, they could just do lots of damage. Like I remember Justin Wong's team, like Storm, Wolverine, and was it? Oh, it was Akuma. It was Akuma, I think. The Storm, Wolverine, and Akuma. Their team super did so much damage, dude. Oh my god, like it just synergized so well. Like, so like it would be cool to see, like, what if you had Scorpion and Sub-Zero on a team? You know, they do the team super or something, whatever it is, and like that would just be cool to see on screen. You know, or like you could do a super move and then pass them on to Scorpion or Sub-Zero, like individually, not as like a team super.
Yeah.
Kind of like you can in Marvel. Like it would be cool to see something like that. Like I know it's kind of like copying Marvel in a way, but like Fighters is the same way, isn't it? Like, can't you do like a super and go on to the next character, another super or something?
Yeah, they have they have the cancels and stuff. Yeah, you could do that.
Do they have team supers in that game? I don't remember.
You know, you mean like where they kind of like come together, like, and they have like their own.
Yeah, yeah.
I only think there's like a couple, and they're like built in. Like, for example, like young Gohan, Teen Gohan, like
the father son go,
yeah,
like the father son
like
Kamehameha.
Yeah, and if you have Goku on your team, then he'll come in and do it. But like if you don't, then he won't be there. But if you do spend that extra bar, you'll get that ghost of Goku, like in the anime.
Mm.
Yeah.
That'd be like a cool thing too. Like, what if you paired Noob and Smoke together? They have like that special effect, like that only they have together. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be cool to get some uniqueness for sure. I mean, they have been leading more towards the uniqueness. Like everyone has different jump punches, jump kicks. They're not all the same anymore. So.
Mhm.
So speaking of you said something about Gearus's gear when you're like going through the stuff, through Towers of Time. Do you guys want gear back, or do you want to like grind for hours to get some fucking bracelets that look super sick, but you gotta play like an hour and a half to fucking get it? Like, or do you just, or would you prefer like for me, I would prefer like some EA shit. Like if you have some sick ass skins and they're $20 and I like them, I'm gonna spend that money. Like, I will spend that money. I don't care. Like I will buy it. I will pay to play. Like, cause grinding, like taking away time, especially for like tournament players, like taking away time from that, it's just, not that it's bad. Like I guess you could say I'm privileged by saying that, but it's like, it's just not fun. It takes too long. Just let me go to the crypt and that's it.
I wouldn't say it's pay to play. Like I feel like pay to play, like, or pay to win. Like I think that's I wouldn't say that's a situation of that.
Yeah, I know it's not.
I was gonna say, like, some people think like getting the one skin that you, like, I don't know, it was like 50 cents or something, like the one Sub-Zero skin or whatever, an MKX that you could get.
Oh yeah, I think
like
it was like $5 or something, right?
Yeah, like, or I think it was a little cheaper. I don't remember, but like, you know, it's just purely cosmetic. Like I think there's actually like pay to win skins on Brawlhalla, for example, because they overhaul the animations of the characters in that game.
Yeah.
Like I play Brawlhalla, and like a lot of people think there is pay to win situations in that game, but like I don't think we have that issue. Like me personally, like as I said earlier in the podcast, I was like 12, joining the scene. As someone who has a job now and is like got like adult responsibilities, I don't know if I could grind a game like I used to, but yeah. I would be down to pay for something. But if I'm cool with grinding for it too, as long as it's not like luck based or it's like a stupid dumb grind that makes no sense. Like I think you should have both options. Like you should be able to either pay for it if you don't want to, you know, go through the hassle, and that would be good for tournaments too. Like because tournaments, if they wanted to, or like say NRS funds these consoles or something, for example, like say NRS has their own event. NRS could just buy all the brutalities and cosmetics if they wanted to or something, or just have consoles that come with them, like if it's their own event. That way, if they're on stream, and they have a stream match, you have the brutalities at your disposal. Like, there's definitely been tournament matches where people are like, damn, I wish this brutality was unlocked. It would have made this match so much more hype.
Yeah. No, it would.
But, like, yeah, like, I think being able to have both options, that would be cool. Like, you could either pay for it, or if you're not wanting to pay for it, grind for it. But, like, as long as the grind isn't, like, 1,000 wins, like, the whatever the legendary gear grind was on Injustice 2, like, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And, like, having to do all these towers in MK11, like, it should be, like, a reasonable grind, you know? Maybe, like, beat arcade mode with your character or something. Or do this thing in the crypt, I don't know. Something that isn't luck-based and super dumb time-consuming. And you should be able to win them in online ranked matches, too, or something. Like, if you play online, you should get rewards for your character that you're using. Like, I think they did that in Injustice 2.
Yeah, I could see that definitely being a thing. And it should be a thing, because especially I just feel like a lot of stuff, like, we got like maybe four costumes maybe, and then like everything else was just color swaps, and like a couple exclusives here and there. But I feel like in that department, to me, that's like the third most important thing. One is fun over frustration, so that that covers mechanics, movement, etc. Then it goes nostalgia with like music and shit like that. And then the third thing for me is costumes. Is important. Like, skins are super important to me, because I feel like you get to express yourself. You express yourself through the character, right? If you know whatever character you love, you get to express yourself. But I also feel like costumes also help you express yourself too. Like, I don't know, it's a weird thing. I feel like in MK9 when I would play Cabal, like, I feel like I couldn't do I was not playing as precise as I would in his second costume. I feel like the trench coat, I felt like my dash cancels weren't on point. But if I were to wear the second costume, my shit would be on point, bro, and like nobody could stop me, you know?
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know, it's like maybe it's a visual thing, you know?
Yeah, I think, like, I know Smash Bros. Has all those colors they have for characters, like, so, like, me and my brother and our family and friends, like, we'll be like, oh, Gold Falcon's my color. Like, you know, that's my brother's color, like, for Captain Falcon. He's like, nobody can use that color but me. And, like, sometimes it'll create, like, a dominance thing, like, oh, you gotta win for that color now.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, it's, like, it's pretty cool. Like, yeah, like, I know in MKX, like, the South American costume for the soccer costume cage was like you knew most of the time that was Zinok playing.
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
other
actually,
times like
that was pretty
Vendetta, I think used tournament. I think I liked Commando, like the Predator crossover one of him.
Yeah, no, that was actually a pretty sick one. Actually, I thought that was pretty cool. Cause like it was like something that they could be also proud of too. Cause we got a huge Brazilian community as well, so that was pretty sick actually.
Yeah, stuff like that would be really cool. Like, and I don't know how you guys feel about the gear and stuff. Like, I think being able to customize your character's design is cool and stuff. But again, like as long as it's not like a crazy grind and stuff. But assuming it's like in a perfect world, let's just say it's not a crazy grind. Like I do like the gear system. As long as the gear is noticeably different, like you know how there's some people's gear in MK11 that's like, what the hell is even changing on them? Like their belt on their pants or something.
Right, like bro, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah, like something super small that you won't really normally notice, like, you know, or like I think Injustice 2 had a few of those. Like, or there was some Injustice 2 gear that I couldn't even really tell, like, the armor apart. Like, it wasn't too different.
Like literally, some of them were literally the same. They just had better attributes.
Like stats.
Yep,
yeah.
Exactly. And that was it. And that was just for casuals. But yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, as long as they're, like, distinguishable and stuff, and, like, maybe if there isn't too many, like I think 3 is a good number of things to change on a character. Like I think Garrus, his was like the chest piece, the back piece, and his gauntlet. Like I think those are solid.
Yeah.
Like items that you can change. I like that. But like in Injustice, you had like boots, I think, or legs, upper body, arms, like helmet. That's a bit much of things you could change, but yeah, I think I like how MK11 did it as far as like what changes and how much changes. Like 3 items, I think is good enough for me, as long as they're just noticeable.
Yeah, that's true. And I think it is very what's the word I'm looking for? Very what's the word when you're really giving? Very
Generous.
Thank you. You're the best. It's very generous of NRS for MK11 for their guest characters, because like they got that same kind of treatment. Like they have a lot of palette swaps and costumes as well. Even though there's not as much, they're mostly just a lot of them are just really color swaps of like the 4 costumes they have. I feel like it is the right direction, to be honest. Like, as much as I'm not a fan of it, I feel like it is the right direction. And I always wanted like my guest characters to have more skins, and I hope that they take it up a notch next game. Like, I want guest characters to have like an array of like skins and costumes. Like, even like how they did like Spawn, they had like their own MKX version of it, and it's like a sick ass mask. It looks metallic. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely did some cool ideas with some skins for the guest characters. Like Spawn had really cool ones.
Yeah, Spawn has like the best, probably has some of the best skins in the game too. I would say, who are some characters you guys like to see return from MK11 and even MKX? If there's like some characters that you guys are like fond of. Well, I know Mike's really. But what about you, Franco? Like, what are some characters you would like to see return from 11 and X and MK12?
Just 11 or like X2?
Huh?
Would you just MK11? Like
No, yeah, X and 11. Like, would you like to see any characters return for MK12 from those past 2 games?
Yeah, I think Kotal Khan, like in MKX, I liked way more than 11. But yeah, I like Kotal Khan. Aaron Black I thought was cooler in X2, but like they gave him more like special moves that were like pretty cool in 11.
Yeah.
But like as far as like aesthetics and stuff only, like I thought he was cooler in X.
Well, real quick.
Ferritor and Garrus.
Real quick. Do you think Aaron Black has endured his stay in the Mortal Kombat realm? Like, do you think he's overstayed his stay?
I think I would be cool with not seeing him in the next game.
Yeah.
I would be cool with, like, I definitely want Ferritor to return. Definitely want Garrus to return.
Fuck yeah. Those are some sick ass characters, dude.
I would be cool with Kotal Khan staying as long as he's done nice. Like, from X to 11, his appearance changed, like, a lot. Like, I don't know what it was. I just think, like, MKX Kotal just was way cooler. Like, maybe it was because, like, the gameplay in 11 was, like, kind of less, but, like, the animations in X Kotal and, like, his aesthetic in general, like, his quotes, like, I don't know, I just thought, like, overall everything was better in X.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, like, Destroyer has so many audio things of him for his streams and stuff. He's like, yeah, you don't impress me, or little mouse, like, just shit like that, like, just, I don't know, I thought he was way cooler in X.
Hey,
but,
that fool was raw in X, dude. He was really like fucking Debo. He was on some
like,
Debo shit.
He low-key reminded me of, like, Shao Kahn, but, like, in Aztec form. Like, he's just talking shit to you as he, like, beats your ass, and, like, dude, his command grab in Sun God, where he just palms your face, and you're on your knees, and he's just pummeling you, dude, that shit's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, that's what she said. For sure.
I don't know, like, I don't have that same, like, love for Kotal Khan and MK11 much, outside of when, like, I don't know, I guess he lands a command grab, or, like, his cheetah, or his jaguar moves, or whatever, are pretty cool, though.
They are pretty cool.
Like, that's one thing I think I like about MK11 Kotal.
There's just, I agree, there's just not a lot, there's personality in MK11, but not as much personality. Like, I want to see, dude, I want to see some shit talk. Like they talked some more shit. I feel like they said more shit in MKX. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. But I want to see some shit talk, like some taunts. Like I want to see some more interactive shit like that. Like, or maybe you know how like remember like in MK9, like if you do like a like an uppercut or something, and the whoopsie comes so you could do an input and like refill your meter. Like, what if like you could do like an input with the D-pad and like they'll talk some shit or something, like they'll say something, like
a taunt almost.
Like a taunt, yeah, or they'll talk shit. Like you know how like sometimes they do already do that normally, like how they already do like during gameplay, or you know, or like when Jax will grab you an MKX. You think you bad? You ain't bad. Like if they just say some shit like that, like that would be cool. That would be really interactive, really engaging. Like.
There'd be some really hilarious ones probably.
Bro, I could just think of the content right now.
Like Johnny Cage would just be talking shit because that's just like his character, just being cocky and stuff, and that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I agree. Shit, dude. I'm trying to think. Also, on top of that is because I know Mike's already given it, and I don't want Mike to overspill who he wants to see return. Okay. We already know he wants Quan Chi. Let's just keep it fucking real.
I mean, yeah, that'll be super fun. There's some others that would be.
You're super fun.
Dude, I would love the Last Ronin to be in it.
You know,
that'd be sick.
I can. Fuck it. Let's do the guest character thing. I can see it happening. I can see. I couldn't see the Ninja Turtles, but I can see the Last Ronin because that shit's pretty dark.
Yeah.
And it does kind of give you hope because Ed Boon, when he did that tweet, he had the Ninja Turtles in one of his things. Even though they're like the least thing from MK, like.
Yeah.
But Last Ronin can definitely do it for sure. It would be sick.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Burrito? Is there some kind of guest characters you like? Are you even a fan of guest characters? Well, I mean, you did like Jason.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Like, other than MKX's horror-themed guest characters, like, I don't give a fuck about guest characters, dude. It's just like a waste of a slot. Like, I'd rather just have a MK character slot. But
yeah,
I mean, unless they do returning guests, like, I'd like to see the horror movie characters again and Kratos. Spawn.
I like how you said Kratos. That's very nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd love to see Kratos and Spawn and some horror characters, but like that's if there was returning guests. Like the only other guests I would accept are like
horror characters, really?
Yeah, horror characters, or maybe other super villains. Like how Joker was a super villain that was showing up in MK11. Like I don't know, what if they did that with other villainous characters? Because like usually heroes aren't depicted in like violence, like. They wouldn't throw Superman in Mortal Kombat probably because they don't want to see him get decapitated or anything. But like villains usually are more, I guess, quote unquote, appropriate to be like a guest character. So like, I don't know,
yeah,
just any villain that's like violent, like say Deadpool, for example. Like he's not really like a villain hero. He's like he does whatever the fuck he wants, like
yeah,
it'd be kind of cool.
He can fight. He does martial arts. He uses guns, and he's brutal. Like very.
Yeah, he's got swords. Like that'd be cool.
I see a lot of people. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Me cut you off.
No, that's cool.
I see a lot of people on YouTube and on Twitter, like they request like you just said the whole Superman thing. Like they can't bring Superman into, MK, and you're over here decapitating, America's boy, but. You can do it with like Homelander, and like he's literally like Superman but an evil villain. And I see a lot of people like on Uncaged Games, like a lot of these content creators, and then people on Twitter, like they're all like, yeah, this character would be sick. I could see that character definitely like being in the game for sure, especially if people, if they like superheroes but they can't have those superheroes because of like obvious reasons.
Yeah, with you saying Homelander too, like that kind of reminded me. Like I actually just started watching that show. My brother got me into it.
The Boys.
Like around KIT time. I still got to finish it, so like trying to avoid spoilers still. But like I finished Invincible a while ago. Like Omni-Man would be cool as fuck, and there was some like somebody made some art of Omni-Man, like, or I don't know if it was art, but like there was a person. I don't know if it was like an actual person IRL, like in real life or not, but like that person that was in the picture looked just like they could play Omni-Man, like as like a face model or something.
Yeah.
Like if Aquaman, dude, if Mr. Aquaman tried hard enough, he could play as or cosplay as like Omni-Man. He low-key looks like in real life Omni-Man, like in the face, doesn't he?
Yeah, he kind of does, and he's got that thick ass mustache too.
Yeah, dude, like, so like if some, like Omni-Man would be a cool choice. Like I said, I don't really like guest characters really most of the time, but I would definitely love to see those two because they're very reminiscent of Superman, but like they're evil.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that would be cool as fuck.
See, I know. See, like, okay, would you be cool if, like, say, like, I mean, the only other genre I could think of, I'm gonna say two things here. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. Do you have something to say, Mike, or you're good? He said it's no. He said last Ronin. He doesn't care about us. Mike doesn't love us, dude. That's just the truth.
I do.
Whatever. I'm out. Okay. Well, okay. So they already did the horror, and they did the 80s action. The only other genre I could see them doing, is video game characters, like having an actual thing, having an actual like
Dude,
genre.
I say fuck it and put freaking oh my god, what's his name?
Spit it out.
I know,
Dude,
right?
guy? I don't know.
Freaking the leader of the gargoyles.
Oh, I forgot his name. Gabriel? Is it Gabriel?
No, it's close though. It's with a G. I think the guy that played Spawn, that did Spawn's voice in the cartoon, also did the gargoyle in freaking heck. What's his name? It's like Garget or Galactus or it's some type of big warrior name with a G, I think.
I'm trying to remember.
I have no
the
idea.
the purple gargoyle from Gargoyles, the leader. Oh my gosh.
Goliath. Goliath. Jesus.
Yes. Dude, he would be kind of cool.
Gargoyles was a pretty cool show.
Dude, his intro, he would be stoned, and he just busts out of the stone.
Hey, they could definitely pull that off. He was sick. He was like damn near the biggest one. I want to say wasn't he like the leader?
He was.
Yeah. Okay, so like I was gonna say, like I would like to see a mixture, because obviously they're gonna do it. If people don't like guest characters, like, it sucks, I know, but they're gonna do it. I mean, that's where they make their money besides their initial sales. Like, they're making big bucks. But I would like to see, like Franco said, like, we'll see some, like, would you be cool with this list? I'm just gonna put this list out here. You have Jason, Michael, Ghostface, and then you have like Omni-Man, and like we said earlier, maybe like Homelander or one of those two, and then you have Kratos, non-exclusive, and like a couple Killer Instinct characters. Like, do you think that would like be welcomed well by the fans and community, or like that would like they would get lashback from that?
I mean, amazing.
That's a pretty solid list, man. Like, I mean, Kratos for sure would be really dope because didn't they just come out with a new game from Ragnarok or whatever?
Dude, he's like literally like he pulled a complete 180 too. Like, I'm not even gonna spoil it for you. But...
Yeah, old man Kratos or whatever. Like,
yes.
I didn't play the God of War games really, but like my friends did. Like, I kind of watched them play it before, but like his new look is pretty fucking cool. Like, he's like old man Kratos, and he's like probably got all this wisdom now. And
bro, right? He's got the fucking beard, bro. He's got that old man strength too. Like, come on.
My favorite line by him in the game, he's just like, boy. Like, and he's just talking to Atreus, like, boy. I'm just like, oh my god, dude. This
Do not
fucking
be
beast.
sorry, boy.
Yeah, he doesn't even call his son by his name. He just calls him boy. Like he's just some. Like he doesn't even like some stray.
Dude, it's perfect too because he's got the axe, the Leviathan axe. He's got the Chaos blades, and like now he has a spear. But like if they just keep it with the axe, the blades, and the shield, and like make his gameplay revolve around his Spartan rage, dude, they can really. Dude, I think having him in the game will break the internet. Like especially non-exclusive. I feel like it's a huge missed opportunity for Santa Monica Studios and Sony and NRS and Warner Brothers to not make it happen if it doesn't happen. Like it would be a missed opportunity. He's at the height of his fucking popularity. And the only reason why I do say that, like why I would want him to return, besides him being like completely different from MK9, I know this will be real quick. Besides him being completely different from MK9, he's at the highest of his height of popularity. They're obviously working on another Pantheon right now. And also the Amazon series is going to be coming out. Not soon, but soon. You know, within the next year and a half, maybe. Yeah, that's the best fucking line, JT. Death can have me when it earns me. And he has some cool one-lines, bro. And Christopher Judd's a ridiculous voice actor, so having his voice on there would be fucking sick as fuck, too. What else? Dad, those right there, I'm just thinking of cross-promotion, because as we all know, NRS deals big with cross-promotion. So I think, honestly, dude, if Kratos was MK12, it would break the internet, and they would get some ridiculous fucking sales, especially if the character was non-exclusive. Like, even if people don't like him, like you can't not like Kratos. But that's, like, my strength, my huge reason why I really...
John Wick would be kind of cool, like just a random one.
John Wick would. I mean, he's actually at the popularity of his height too. So,
isn't there a new John Wick coming out too?
Yeah, it already came out, part 4. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. Wow.
I heard a rumor like Keanu Reeves saying like he didn't want one of his characters in Mortal Kombat games, but I don't know. I have to look into that, see if it's true or not. Yeah, Ghostface. I would like to see Ghostface, and I would actually like to see them go all in on Ghostface, like kind of like Noob, Saibot, and Smoke, like a Noob and Smoke, or a Noob, but like overhauled, like not overhauled, but like in depth to the actual like built-in assist, like most of his special moves is like the second killer is helping him out. You know, or like even his normals, like his normals and combo strings, like the second killer is coming out and helping him out as well. Like they can really do some crazy shit. But that's like just leading. Really cool. They can, dude. Like they really can. Like I know, like honestly, like Terradrome. Like I was watching Leatherface, from that game, and like I see MKX, and I guess supposedly I think Warner Brothers reached out to them. Look into this, don't just trust me, but I guess Warner Brothers reached out to them because NRS wanted to use Leatherface, and like they like had some kind of dispute a little bit because like of that character. And if you look at Terradrome's Leatherface and MKX's Leatherface, a lot of similarities. So like they could definitely pull from like Terradrome to Ghostface and like make it even better. So I can rant about guest characters all day, so I'll stop right there.
You got anything, Mike, or you just?
In terms of guest characters?
I mean, yeah.
I know you said you're the Ronin or whatever, and the Gargoyle. That was really it.
That's like his
Goliath.
main. Goliath.
Shoot, there was someone else actually. Oh, Berserk, Guts from Berserk. It's like the manga. He has like a giant sword, the Dragon Slayer. I think he would be super sick, because he's just super bloody. If you never read the manga of Berserk, go read it. It's amazing. Probably the best manga out there. And yeah, I think he would be super awesome in the game.
I only seen Berserk's like first 2 episodes, but like I'm not really into anime much. But that was like one of the few animes I watched that wasn't Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
but I didn't finish the show though.
Yeah, the manga though is the greatest. Like it's not even, the anime doesn't do it justice. The manga is where it's at.
Shit, I don't like reading though.
He's like, I don't like
God.
reading. Fuck that shit. I'm weak.
Dude.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't have an imagination.
Let me see. I think we kind of covered everything. I want to say we covered MK9, MK11, MKX, what we want to see in 12. Yeah, I think those are the key components to take away. Is no more gear system, no more variations. I don't want no more variations. I want full load. I want characters beefed up. I want them to have all their moves. Like, I want them to have all their legendary moves. Like, I don't want fucking Raiden to not have a teleport. Okay, I want him to have all his shit built in, and then you want to add moves, add some new designed moves, but keep what makes the characters in the game. Like, just keep that going. I want full moves, full loadouts. I want better music. I want better costumes, better skins, and I want fun over frustration. I want fun over frustration. What I mean is like gameplay, mechanics, movement, and music. And I think just those things alone would really help the game out. Like, help the game live longer. Like, even if it's a little broken. But like the most popular game of all time. I mean, one of the most popular games of all time is Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah, for a reason.
Sorry, my kids are like running and yelling. Is Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate, but it's the most broken fucking fighting game ever. And like, once you get hit, you're done. You're just at the peril of if your opponent drops the combo or not. So it's like, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, oh, NRS games are broken. Like, bitch, have you seen Marvel vs. Capcom? Have you ever seen these OTGs? Like, what? Like, so I don't want to hear that.
Dude, there's literal death combos in those games, and it's fun to like. It's fun as hell to watch, man. Like, I never get tired of watching Marvel.
Exactly. It's entertaining and it's still fun to watch. Like, it may suck to be on the other end, but
It goes both ways.
Exactly. So yeah, I think it's definitely that. I think that's the main thing. If we get those things alone, I think I speak for everyone. I think the game will last long. Will last long and be well received as well.
I just hope to see Forever King Jr. at tournaments more.
We need him back, bro.
Damn.
Dude.
Dissing the name.
Burrito Voorhees is like the coolest name though, for sure.
He's lying to you.
No,
but when
I really
think of Franco, I'm like, Franco needs to try the burritos in NorCal. He'll go crazy.
Bro, you really do though.
You'll love the burritos here, Franco.
I'm not gonna lie, I make a mean fucking steak burrito, bro. I'm a legend.
Dang.
When I go to Vegas, we'll see if Michael and Cherise and them are actually gonna be able to enjoy the glory of my culinary arts.
My brother told me there was like a really good burrito place in Cali somewhere, like by Mike's place when he stayed over there. They had like a really spicy sauce or burrito. Like
You gotta try it
one day.
Yeah.
I know that's as far as west I've been is Nevada for Evo. I've never been further than that.
Well, if you come, next Evo, I'll take you guys out to Los Tacos. That's like one of the best Mexican places I've ever been to in my life. Mexican restaurants. Do you guys have anything you'd like to add? Anything you'd like to say, or anything you kind of want to like end the cast with, type of thing, last word type of thing?
I hope to see just more tournaments everywhere, like more majors, more online tournaments. I hope to see more exhibitions, like Dab. I hope you fucking, when this next game comes out, I hope you have like more exhibitions on your stream. Get shit hype, you know.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah,
you're always telling me to. Maybe I will.
You got it. Why not try it?
Try it before you buy it.
I just hope this year, like, whatever like comes out, that we're all playing it and we're all going to tournaments and having a good time again.
Yeah, I miss it, bro. I miss it. I feel like everyone's just just tired and bored, and everyone's trying to cancel each other, and no one's happy. So I just want everyone to be happy again. We got the three new main games coming out, so I mean, I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? I'm over it. Let's get it going.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I got a lot of things, but I'll just keep it short and simple.
No,
like,
hey, if you have some other stuff to talk about, that's cool too.
One of the main things was I want to have like a good breakout performance in this next game because I never felt like I had like consistent top eights or major wins, like, or even major top eights through like most of the games. Like MKX, I felt like was probably my best game, but even then, like they were like a bunch of 9th places, 13th places. So hopefully the next game is like I'm just better at like what the performances, and I do want to try to do metafied coaching if the next game is a game I like playing, and if I have time for it, because I work 55 hours a week, assuming that I get all my hours in.
Jeez.
So, assuming I have my job still, because like I don't know, maybe I'll want to do something else. I did think about getting another job at some point in the future, like not anytime soon, but like, or stuff just happens to change, I don't know. But if I remain with the same job when MK12 comes out, like it'd be cool to do some metafied coaching, maybe release some videos on the YouTube channel if I have time for any of that stuff. And yeah, that'd be some cool things to get into, like that, like I'm thinking about for the next game. And just shout outs to like, you know, the locals like M2 Dave, Playing to Win, THTB, you know, Master D, all those old heads from like MK9 onward, and like my brother, obviously, like my training partner in all the games.
Yeah. You know, I know you can do it too, cause like you're always a threat. I always thought of you as a top player. Like you can do it. Like you've done it before, bro. Like you've made placements before. Just be consistent. Find out something that find out a way. I mean, obviously you gotta love the game first, so that's number one thing. But I know you could do it, Burrito. I know you can for sure.
Yeah, the one thing. Oh, what?
No, cause you've done it before, and you could do it again, bro. You'll get. I know you will.
Yeah, the consistency just wasn't there for me. Like, not to be like that guy, but like most of the characters that I wanted to main in most of the NRS games, like at the start at least, were low tier or like unviable. Like, in Injustice 1, my mains were Injustice 1 mains were Bane and Joker, and day one, those characters were unviable.
Yeah.
And they were unviable for the whole game's life until Bane got like the final patch buffs that he got. Yeah. Then MKX, I wanted to main Ferritor, but he kind of sucked too at the beginning of the game's life up until the online beta was being made. And that's when they buffed like Farah projectiles, like launching and all that stuff. Then in Injustice 2, I wanted to main Bane and Joker and Scarecrow, but Scarecrow was alright. Joker, he kind of got nerfed going into 2 because they took away his Acid Blossom, and they like nerfed some other stuff, and they added gaps to his strings and whatnot, and he just felt inconsistent. So like, I thought he was like low, maybe mid tier at best. Yeah. And then Bane was obviously dog shit for the whole game's life with some minor buffs throughout the game's life. But at the beginning, he was super dog shit.
Yeah, definitely.
And Swamp Thing, I kind of picked up a little after, but he was dog shit at the beginning too. And so was Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but Garrus was like the only top tier that I thought was actually like the only main that I actually started off top tier with pretty much. But then he eventually got nerfed, and he's still viable and stuff. But hopefully the main that I want to use is top tier. That's what I'm hoping for too.
I was gonna say, from everything that you said is true. It's like maybe that's what you need to switch real quick just for the next game.
Yeah, that's one thing Mike always told me. Like, dude, quit picking these low tier characters. I'm like, some of it I can't help, man.
Yeah.
Pick up a top tier. And like, fuck, you're right, dude.
I think you should. Next game, don't be a fool, man. Just, I know how it feels too, because I played a lot of like mid-tier characters too, like before. Like, don't get me wrong, like real quick, Superman, I didn't play him till after his couple nerfs. Tanya, I didn't play her till after her couple nerfs. Like, I think you should do it. I think you should do it. Like when I started playing Martian Manhunter and Injustice 1, I found so much more success than when I was struggling with Superman. Damn, my son is just destroying everything. But yeah, I think you'll be really fine if you just rock with a top tier character next game. Like it's kind of tough though, because sometimes low tier characters they have hella spunk and character. So, I know how you feel, bro.
Yeah, I hope I get lucky again, like I did with Garrus.
Yeah, you will, bro. All right, Mike. Burrito. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you for being a part of our cast. It was a long time coming. We had to keep canceling and shit, so thanks for being on here with us, dude.
It was worth the wait, dude.
Hell yeah. We gotta definitely get some more going on. And yeah, for my future ones, if you ever want to get on with me, Franco, because I know I like you like, you know, the whole hype and the podcast and stuff, we'll be more than happy to like have you on with us again too.
Yeah, it's just something to do while we wait for the game, you know?
Yeah, for real, though, dude. I'm fucking down. Real quick before we go, JT Sparks says, will you be playing Street Fighter 6?
I usually don't play, like, any other games outside NRS, but, like, I tried Street Fighter 5. I didn't really like it that much. I like Street Fighter 4 the most.
Yeah.
And 5 I didn't really click with. I tried Birdie and Zangief, but I didn't really care for it. I didn't play the beta either, so.
I'm gonna be playing Street Fighter 6. I already signed up for CEO, Evo, another like NorCal tournament called SenCal. So I'm hype, and I feel like playing other fighting games is gonna build and have me prepared for like the fighting game mentality and being ready for the next Mortal Kombat game. So yeah, I'm a Street Fighter fan. I love MK and everything, but I'm also a Street Fighter fan. Not as much as MK, but like I love to play the games, and they're super fun. The characters are iconic and great.
Yeah.
So I'm super hype about Street Fighter 6 actually.
Yeah,
yeah, the only other fighting game I play is Brawlhalla, but I'm still, you know, trying to get better at that. There's a lot more competition in that game than there is in like MK and stuff. Like the community is just huge. So, but that's the only other fighting game I really have interest in. Like as far as like sweating in, like Street Fighter 6, I had never played the beta, so I'll give it a shot probably. I'm sure there's gonna be a character I like. Like who's that female character that's super ripped and like every punch she does like makes the game damn near crash?
That's Marissa.
That's the one you're talking about earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked pretty cool. Like out of all the characters they revealed.
Yeah, she's one of the characters I'm looking forward to playing too. I definitely want to try SF6 out for sure.
Yeah, my brother thinks I would like it. 'Cause I guess like the mechanics in the game are kind of like something I would like be interested in using, but I don't know anything about it.
Maybe you will, bro. You never know.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot.
Found him. All right, guys. Well, it's been one hell of a fucking pleasure. Thank you guys for stopping by the DaddydabKast, and I will see you guys next time. Later, Franco. Later, Mike.
Later, dude.
All right, Dav. It was good.
Later, guys. Good talk.
Take care, Franco.
You too, Mike.